Hey guys, welcome to Nanda Classes YouTube channel. Today we will learn about the second chapter of class 12, sexual reproduction in flowering plant. What is sexual reproduction? The first question. Sexual reproduction is a process in which the male gamete and female gamete get fused to form a diploid structure known as zygote. That zygote undergoes development process and becomes embryo, and from the embryo a new plant or new individual get formed. Sexual part of plant is the flower. We can see the sexual reproduction inside the flower. So flower is the sexual side of plant, and flower are the modified condensed reproductive shoot. This is the structure of a flower. We can see here different parts of flower. Here four important parts present: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. First, calyx. The unit of calyx is known as sepal. This is the green part. Then unit of corolla is known as petal, red part. Unit of androecium known as stamen, and unit of gynoecium known as pistil. So a flower has four important parts. The sepal help in the protection of the flower. The petal help in the attraction of flower. Then come to the male reproductive part, which is known as stamen. The stamen has two parts, anther and filament, and the female reproductive part known as pistil or carpel, it has three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary the ovules are present. So a flower has four parts: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx and corolla are non-essential in the sexual reproduction, whereas androecium and gynoecium are the essential part of sexual reproduction. This is all about the sexual part. Let us know about the process of sexual reproduction in the plant. As we have studied in the first chapter, the sexual reproduction has three parts: pre-fertilization phase, fertilization phase and post-fertilization phase. Now we will discuss about the pre-fertilization phase. In the pre-fertilization phase we will see about the structure of the essential part, androecium and gynoecium, and the event, what kind of changes takes place. First one, stamen. Stamen is the unit of androecium, the male part. So a stamen has two parts, anther and filament. This is the anther. It is present in the tip portion, and the long slender portion is known as filament. The anther is bilobe structure. It has two lobes, and both lobe is connected by a connective. Now we will see the detailed structure of anther. This is the detailed structure of anther. Already I told a anther is bilobed in structure, which is connected by a tissue known as connective. Here the connective tissue is present, and two lobes contain four chambers, 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the four chamber is known as microsporangium, and the chamber has the pollen grain, which is called as microsporangia. So this is the structure of microsporangium. We can see the detailed structure of microsporangium. Here the outer covering is known as epidermis. This is the epidermis. After epidermis, the next layer is called as endothecium. Then three layer of middle layer present, and after the middle layer next one is tapetum present, and inside the tapetum sporogenous tissue is present, which is known as microspore, mother cell or mother pollen sac. The three layer epidermis, endothecium and the middle layer help in the protection, and the tapetum which surround the sporangium tissue or sporogenous tissue, it also help in the nourishment of the developing pollen grain. Microsporogenesis, it's a complex word. Microspore plus genesis. Genesis means produce. So the production of microspore is called as microsporogenesis. We know that inside the tapetum the sporogenous tissue present, that sporogenous tissue transfer into pollen mother cell. Then the pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis process to form 4 haploid microspore. Pollen mother cell is diploid in nature, 2n, and when it will undergo meiosis, it will form 4 haploid microspore. The microspore then develop into the pollen grain. Pollen grain is the male gamete. It is spherical in nature and it has 2 layers. We can see here in the diagram. The outer layer is known as exine and inner layer is known as intine. The exine is hard in nature and it is made up of sporopollenin, and intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. The pollen grain has 2 cells. One is called as vegetative cell, another one is known as generative cell. The vegetative cell is large in size and the generative cell is quite small. Both has the nucleus, and the vegetative cell has irregular nucleus and it contains the reserve food, and the generative cell is generally it floats in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. In the next class we will discuss the next part of this chapter about the female reproductive part. Thank you all for watching this video. If you like, then press like button and give some comments, and if you have not subscribed yet, then subscribe my channel. Thank you.